This is December 24th. Documentation on the trailer project. This is the sink with the hot water heater, and hopefully you can see the plumbing. It just fits right around that hot water heater, drops in and goes out. And there you go. And you see the plumbing and the electrical. This will be where you hook up. This is a plug that needs a wire. It'll become your extension cord that connects to the service pole. This door opens up. This is your water, of course. Hose goes on there. 3/4 inch line. Goes all the way around down through the trailer. Then it goes down under the floor and comes up for the shower and toilet. The sink basin cabinet thing. What I ended up doing was it's made out of wood instead of metal, and I have this aluminum angle that goes all the way around, and the sink sits on it, and then we'll clamp into it and we'll seal it up with silicone. And then I'm going to use metal, just sheet metal, thin sheet metal, to skin it on this side and on this side. And the front, I'm not sure what we're going to do yet. It seems like it needs to be stiffer than that thin sheet metal, but some kind of surface that is removable. Over here is the laundry area. It is 27 inches wide, so you could put in a full size. I'm thinking if you don't go anything bigger than 24 inches, they will fit through that existing door opening. And then I just need to rebuild the door, not mess with the jambs at all. That'll save some time and money and materials. What I've done with the, I don't know if you can see this, but what I've done with the laundry, because it's stacking and it's going to go all the way to the ceiling, I needed a wall that went all the way from the floor to the ceiling. So I stubbed it out a bit, about I don't know, 12 inches or so. And I put these are your hookups for the water. Back in here is your drain. Hope that works out. And this is your 110, and so that's all in this little pocket next to the sink. There we go. And down below is a recessed 220, and this whole thing will be a pocket about 3 inches deep, or less maybe, but enough that you can get your hose and whatnot, because I don't know where these fittings are on your units, and if we have everything sticking out of the wall, especially with the vent hose, you're going to end up using up all this space and maybe pushing it out into the door. So I wanted to make sure there was enough room. And since I had to do this framing floor to ceiling, I thought I'd use that pocket for something, and so we'll make that area where hoses and stuff can go. So then I have an outlet, 110 outlet here above the stove, and one at the laundry area. So on both sides of your sink you have outlets for appliances or whatever. Then this is the breaker box. It is, we have one left over. We have 50 amp main, 50 amp for the stove, 30 amp for the laundry, 20 amp for your outlets, 30 amps for the hot water heater, 15 amps for the heat pump, and 15 amps for the lights. So that worked out nice. There's room between those windows, as you can see, with the service entrance right below and the service panel above. There's two nice big holes in the insulated wall that won't be insulated. So I figure if this becomes a problem both for cold and the plastics gassing off in the box, as you can see, there's room to build some kind of cabinet over this area between the two windows, and you can insulate that and seal it off. So there's that. This is just framing back. I've got the framing done back to the wheel wells. This is your outlet, going to be the outlet for the refrigerator. So the refrigerator is going to go behind. Let me give you a pan here. It goes big window, stove, electrical box, little-ish window, no window, refrigerator, and then this outlet will be just put at the edge of the refrigerator. So if you wanted to hook an extension cord and run it back to do whatever you want, you got that. So there's that. Then panning around, there's your, so that would be stove, kitchen sink, laundry, door. Then this wall is going to be the shower. There's your shower drain. The valve is there in the floor. It's a little hard working with a 2x4 wall and these shower valves, and nothing behind it to screw it to, but these two studs will be really close together, and the valve will be attached to them between them. Then you have a window, and you're going to have the toilet right there. And that's pretty much it for new work. I have another film I'll send you that shows a little bit more of this framing that's all been done underneath. Yeah, and that brings you up to date. And this is the snow. Yesterday was a little difficult in that it all melted and then it froze, so my tools were covered with ice. But other than that, it's been not difficult to work in this stuff. And here's some framing. Notice how I've tapered it up, so hopefully it doesn't get caught on anything when it's being towed. See if I can get some stuff underneath. This is just the framing, and you can see some of the plumbing is set in, but I've got this difficult situation where I've got these cross members, and I've only got the depth of about 7.5 inches, and I have to maintain a drop, and I have to go under or over those, but I think I've got it worked out. As you can see, I think, yeah, you can see some of the wiring I brought underneath. I'm going to have to put plates on the floor or something to make sure nobody puts a screw through them. I tried to get them as low as possible. But there was just too many wires getting in that one wall under the window next to the stove. There wouldn't be anything left to screw sheetrock to if I put any more. This is the it's going to be the wiring. It is the wiring for the heat pump that's going to sit here, and this is the only door that's going to be left on the trailer. All those holes get patched. That's how, when you open it up, there'll be a back on that, of course. That'll be just a cubby. I don't know. Yeah, there you go. The cubby with your two things you have to connect up when you're in a park or at your site. Okay, that does it.